Hi LinkedIn, hi everyone. My name is Harold and this is video number 3 of the Resumes from the Recruiter's Perspective series. Today I'd like to talk about applications. Back then when we didn't understand what cover letters were, we would typically, write an application, a full letter, a formal letter, as it was referred to, asking for an opportunity to work with a certain company and all that. Let me say that these days, the use of a cover letter has replaced that. So you might want to stop writing applications and instead title that document a cover letter. A cover letter is simply a one-pager that highlights your skills, your profile, your career history, your career journey, and gives the recruiter a sense of who you are and what kind of background you are bringing to that job opportunity. So please stop writing applications. Send your resume, and if you are requested to by the recruiter, send a cover letter along with that. Secondly, I noticed a couple of people in their CVs lists lots of responsibilities for different jobs that they've done. Now, this is great. Your resume or CV must contain a list of responsibilities and a role description of work you've done in the past. But as much as possible, try to highlight some achievements, some things you did in that role. It's important for a recruiter to know that yes, you owned that job, and while you were there, these were certain standout achievements that you performed at or that you delivered on while you were on that job. Don't just dump the responsibilities. That is important, but in addition to that, please include a list of achievements per job role. Now, I observe as well that some people, maybe in a bid to appear impersonal, choose to refer to themselves in the third person. Olani Tony is this kind of person or that kind of person. He or she did this or did that in that particular job or that particular role. Let me say that except you are going to make a speech and someone requested for your profile to introduce you, in your CV, you are introducing yourself. So as much as possible, don't refer to yourself in the third person. If you want to list out certain things you did, please go ahead and use action words and action verbs, because that's what describes, what you did, supported the rollout of this or that. You really don't need to refer to yourself in the third person. I don't know how much value that adds to your CV, so it's something you might want to look at when sending in your names or filling in forms as requested by the recruiter. I noticed this new trend about using some social media twists on names, putting an H and an AY to represent simple spellings of names that we are used to. I think for a little tip I can give you here, that works on social media. One challenge recruiters have when searching through a database of CVs is, if I know somebody's name is Olumide, it becomes difficult to search for ORHLUMIDHAY. If I want to do a quick search and I type Olumide as I spell it, it wouldn't give me your name. So you might want to cut out some of those for use on your CV, except you've done a name change, in which case, then that becomes your name. Look out for grammar, look out for spelling. Always read and reread, spell check, grammar check your CVs before you send them to a recruiter. And lastly, I want to talk about specific instructions from the recruiter If a recruiter says send a CV with a certain title as subject line, please do that. There are reasons for things like this. If a recruiter is hiring for 10 jobs at a time, he needs to be able to filter in his or her email or in the database, in the email dump for the specific role that you applied for. So pay particular attention to those instructions, and I wish you the best in your job search. I also like to recommend my book, a CV that gets you a job. I wrote this book and it contains a lot of the tips that I share here. It might also contain some tips that I don't share. So please take the time to look for the book. It's on Konga, it's on Amazon, and if you struggle to get a copy from any of those platforms, you can reach out to me. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and I'll be sure to support you and guide you on questions or concerns that you might have. I wish you the best in your job search. Take care. Thank you. Bye.